Hospital. I about to say Tyler Perry's. This was General Hospital, July 11th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like it? Did Trina and Kai break up? It kind of looked like they broke up because she was like, one thing about it, betray her family or, step away from them or whatever she said. And he not her family. And then she told him, get out. And I said, no. I said, no, she just opened up to him. I knew she was going to be upset. I knew she was. And he should have known she was going to be upset as well. Because you don't even know if Drew can be trusted. Now, I don't agree with them trying to set him up, obviously. But at the same time, hold on, y'all. Hey, how you doing today? But yeah, at the same time, it's like he should have known better. He definitely should have. And what he said, he was like, he'd like to believe that she wouldn't even want to was the type to hear something like that and not tell the truth. And she was like, I don't even know if I want to be with you now. And I said, oop. I said, dog. I said, another one bites the dust. I said, it's about time they get rid of Drew. Because what the world going on? What the world going on? But then at the same time, y'all foundation ain't really strong if you break up over that. If you break up over that, because it is her family or whatever, but it's Portia's fault. It's all Portia's fault. And Curtis. It's both of their fault. They should have just stayed out of it like Trina said from the get-go. But okay, so first thing first, like I said, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Did y'all like it? What did y'all think about it? What was the last thing they showed? Was it Rocco texting Obrick? I was like, oh, they did. I was just talking about it on TikTok. I said people were saying how next week's gonna be the week that Brick comes back. Now I don't know how true it is, but that's what they've been saying. And I was like, if she does come back next week or whatever, don't that mean that Obrick had her this entire time? But what they say, I'm glad that Trina dumped Kai after he betrayed. So she did dump him after he betrayed her and her family. I did feel bad for her. Yeah, exactly. She just started to trust him. I mean, I liked it her with what was his name, Spencer Better or whatever. But maybe they'll actually get back together. We'll see. But yeah, I was like, he finna find out who Drew really is though. Now I get it because they was trying to they was trying to pay this lady. Somebody gotta try to do something. They done did all this. They done tried so hard to get rid of Drew. And they just get digging a further deeper hole. Digging a bigger hole or whatever. But yeah, we're going to start with Anna and Isaiah. She was talking to him. She was wanting to use her so that she can, go over there and talk to Emma. Because she said something about Vaughn was 10 years older than her. I was like, I thought they all was the same age. I was like, dog. I definitely thought they was all the same age. So Anna ended up going over there anyways. Now, at first, I thought that she was going to talk to Vaughn while... not Vaughn. She was gonna talk to Emma while Isaiah talked to Vaughn or follow Vaughn or something. But no. She went over there to talk to them. They was about to go. She made them sit down and she was just interrogating him. And after he was like he had to use the men's room or whatever. I said he finna call Josh because I remember seeing her on the preview. And I said he went and texted her because she popped up. She ends up popping up or whatever. Talking about something. You gotta choose between me and Emma. And he's like sorry. And he ends up choosing Josh. He ends up choosing Josh. I was like, he knew what he was doing. So they went over there, started kissing and all this other stuff. And Anna was just looking and she made a face. I said, she onto them. Vaughn ends up telling Josh that he knows that Anna's onto him. I was like, she finna figure it out. She gonna end up researching him some type of way. I was like, okay, they all WSB agents, so they should have all the access to the same information. Well, I think they banned Anna. Did they ban Anna? Did they ban Anna or something like that? I think they did, but either way it goes, she should still have connection to find out who he is. Because he's supposed to be watching her, wasn't he? I think he's supposed to be watching her. But yeah, regardless, she's onto him. And Anna knows that Emma was trying to use him. I think she think that she was trying to use him for the lab. But she got them keys. Did y'all see that? Was them Vaughn keys? How she get them keys? She slick. She need to be an agent too, don't she? I ain't see her grab no keys. But yeah, she don't got the keys or whatever. I said she gonna get caught. She gonna get caught. Josh gonna get caught. They gonna have both of them. Both of them gonna be stuck together. That's what it is. But aside from that, what else? Kai and Trina. So he finally tells her that, he had to do the right thing. He had to tell Drew the truth. She was upset. She was highly upset. She started going off. She feels like he betrayed her. And it's not just about her parents or anything like that. It's about her. It's about her, that he went against her. And she was just telling him that and saying how she'll never betray her family or go against them. And he not her family. She told him to get out or whatever. And I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up. That's real messed up. But at the same time, she told them to stay out of it. He told me something. I couldn't let him go down for something he didn't do, which is true. He didn't do it. And what else did he say? He was like, after Tracy tried to flip it on him like he was using substances, he tried to send her to jail. And he know who did it. Why not? He got all this information. Portia just keep doing stupid stuff. He could easily just send her to jail, but instead he doing all this for an article. He must be up to something else. Because ain't no way. You telling me you doing all this over an article? I know he said he wanted Ezra to be in charge. I said, well, and him want Ezra to be in charge so they can do whatever they want to do. But yeah, I was like, it gotta be more, because ain't no way you letting her keep trying to take you out. They don't try to, they don't put some poison. I'm gonna say poison. They don't put some substances in your stuff and everything, and you let them get away with it. You trying to frame Tracy? I was like, they need to go on reveal what's going on with Drew at this point. But yeah, I was like, you could have been, because Portia keep doing stupid stuff. She keep doing, and we finna talk about her next. Because I was like, she did all this talk, or been doing all this talk about Jordan and want Curtis, what she do. And I know she want my husband. She trying to take my husband and all. You finna give him away. You finna give him away. So this leads me to, I already said how Trina kicked out Kai or whatever. He was shocked or whatever. He was like, this doesn't have to come in between them or anything like that. And that's when she kicked them out. She kicked them out, y'all. Portia and Curtis. So he was just telling her, what did he start out? She was mad. She was wondering why he didn't show up, and he was saying how he had a meeting with Drew. He blackmailing him again and stuff like that. And she felt some type of way, because she was like, the only reason why you trying to help me is because of Trina. You feel like this is my fault. He was like, yeah, it is. He told her, yeah, it is. So she got mad and left. Well, before that, I think she mentioned Jordan. I think she said something about she's not honorable or, worthy of him or something like that. Then she mentioned Jordan and she left and went right where it was. And I was like, next thing you know, she gonna end up sleeping with him and lying about that too. I was like, she's so worried that Jordan gonna get her man that she finna give him away to Jordan. Or Curtis could slip up now. He could slip up and be one to hook up with Jordan. We'll see down the line. But the way they going about it, Portia over here buying Isaiah drinks and stuff. I was like, have y'all heard anything about that? I don't know. But yeah, she talking about some the next 2 drinks. She finna get some more drinks on her and all this other stuff. Y'all know what drinking lead to. Y'all know what drinking lead to. Now I don't know if they're gonna take it there or what. And I think Isaiah was saying something about, she worthy or better and all this other stuff. It's like, dude, see, why? I don't know why these people, every time they get in this situation where they spouse or they girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, they into it or something like that, they go to the next person. How is this, or they'll confide in them. And I'm like, how this supposed to help your situation? I'm confused. How does that excuse me. How exactly does that help y'all situation? I don't understand. Lulu done went told Laura, talking about some, Brooklyn targeting Rocco, whatever. I mean, technically, she did want him to find it, or whatever, but she changed her mind. But yeah, trying to spin it, he coming after her and Rocco and all this other stuff, and I was like, no accountability. These folks ain't gonna never stop arguing. They've been arguing for a very long time. But yeah, she talking about something. Yeah, she targeting me. She wanted to hurt us, and Laura just asked her a question like, what led to this? And she was like, it was because of your situation and stuff. Laura talking about something, she ain't gonna get away with this. I said, what you gonna do, Laura? You can't even run your town. They trying to boot you out. What you finna do, Laura? What you trying to do to Miss Nicey Pants? What you wanna do? Have a nice little chit chat, invite her for dinner? What you gonna do, Laura? You can't even have a study over here study hugging him and stuff. No, after you. Tell my son, we're not gonna let her get away with this. What you gonna do, Laura? Nice self. Hold on. I think when they first showed Rocco, I think he was typing in Obrick. He was typing in Obrick outside. He looked like he was finna do something, but he ended up seeing Laura on the porch. And that's when she was encouraging him, saying how he's a miracle. His parents definitely wanted him. They kept praying for him and stuff like that, just trying to encourage him. And he ended up, by the end of that conversation, hugging her and saying, thank you. You always know what to say. You always understand. You would think that did something. They showed him at the end of the episode emailing Obrick, saying that he used to be her grandson. And I was like, look what you done did, Lulu and Brooklyn. Both of y'all at fault. This stuff needs to stop. I agree with Tracy. I definitely agree with Tracy, because this stuff is getting out of hand now. Everybody getting hurt. They finna bring Britt back. They finna bring Obrick back. Tell my son, I used to be your grandson. For 2.5 seconds? No, I don't know. How long was it, y'all? I don't even remember. I remember the whole Ben storyline, but I can't remember, how long it went on. But yeah, what else? Tracy and Chase. Chase was kind of defensive, but at the same time, he was protecting Brooklyn. He was defending her or whatever. Tracy went to him and just telling him how, you know, Brooklyn may be up to something. She may be seeking revenge. That's not what she need to do. She don't need to be like me. He was like, I think I know my wife, and I don't think she's up to anything. You don't even know if she's up to anything. She already done did it. He just out of there. They just over here messing with these folks already. They just got married, what, last year, year before last? I don't know. But yeah, I was like, you too little too late, buddy. Next thing you know, she'll be hanging out with Dante over and over again till they have an affair. Y'all know what they be doing. But yeah, Tracy was just trying to talk to him and tell him how Brooklyn gonna be targeting, or she is targeting Lulu. That's when he was like, he don't know anything that she's doing. He was just defending her. I don't like the way you talk about my wife. You worry about the wrong thing. Tracy is on her side, at least partially, anyways. I said, you worry about the wrong thing. Get in the house. Get in the house. You missing everything. Get in there. Michael shouldn't be defending your wife. You need to be in there defending your wife against Dante. But yeah, did I even write that part down? I think so. But yeah, she was just going to him about Lulu and Brooklyn. They've been going at it for a long time. Those two women that she love and care about. She don't think they need to be arguing and fighting and all this other stuff. And she want him to do something about it. She was like, you the only one that Brooklyn would listen to or whatever. And he started saying how he know her, and he was kind of being defensive to me. I don't know, I could be wrong. He was kind of being defensive. And I was like, you being defensive toward the wrong person. You need to be in the house. Hold on. But by the end of that conversation, what he was like, I know you're concerned about our marriage, but you don't need to be. There's nothing that could push me away from Brooklyn. And I was like, what y'all think? Is it gonna be the whole Rocco thing, or is it gonna be the fact that something about Dante? What do you think it's gonna be? Because anytime they say something like that, they foreshadowing what's to come. So I was like, dog, they supposed to be trying to build a family and stuff. They over here stirring up all this doggone trouble. But yeah, Michael, Brooklyn, Dante. Brooklyn was just about to tell Michael, that Rocco found out and all this other stuff, just confided him about what's going on. Dante came in, confronted her why she did that to his son, and Michael was getting in the middle of it. He was defending her, and he like, you stay out of it. This ain't got nothing to do with you. And he just kept defending her and telling him he needed to calm down because he was going off and stuff. And she was trying to tell him, that wasn't intentional. Yeah, she did get the information, but she said it there. It was in some deception files. I thought that she misplaced it. I thought she accidentally left it there. Now I'm like, okay, did she leave it there on purpose? Because she was like, it was in some files. He wasn't supposed to find it. But why would it be in some files to begin with? But yeah, then she told Michael, she got this. That's when he left and went over there where Curtis at. I didn't even write that part down either. Brooklyn now. Michael and Curtis ends up warning Michael that he finna get ready to publish an article about Sonny if he actually took out Natalia or not. Just warning him, giving him a heads up. He said he was gonna go talk to Sonny and let him know ahead of time. Look like Michael is telling Carly them on Monday's episode about Sasha leaving town. I thought they was gonna show that today, y'all. I thought they was gonna show if she was actually leaving. Looked like she already gone. I was like, what was the reason? But then again, she could be gone right now and then come back next week. I already said that. Y'all know how they be. But yeah, I think they also, Michael and Curtis ended up talking about his marriage. He was saying how he thinks that, it's already too late. It's already over with or whatever. And Michael was just encouraging him, telling him maybe it's not too late to fight and stuff like that. And he said he was finna go fight for his family. Back to Brooklyn and Dante. She ends up apologizing and just letting him know that it wasn't intentional. Feel, some of what she felt and see things the way she see things. And I said, she don't. She's still over here talking about some she targeted her. She was going after them or whatever. Hold on. I say absolutely no accountability for nobody involved. Nobody learned nothing. All these kids getting hurt and nobody decide, okay, you know what, we need to stop this. Both of our kids over here hurting and stuff. We need to stop. No, they just keep on. And I don't know. I'm still tripping out Laura talking about something. We not gonna let her get away with it. What are you gonna do, Laura? Hold on. Next we got Portia Isaiah. She came there. That's when she was telling Isaiah that she knows that Jordan's after her husband. She want my husband, whatever. And just talking to him about it. And he encouraging her, saying what she deserves and stuff like that. She buying him drinks. And I was like, yeah, I could see them having an affair. Or either Curtis going to slip up and then that's going to lead her to go seek out Isaiah. But we'll see. We already talked about Emma, Vaughn, Anna, Josh. They was just putting on a whole big show. Laura, Rocco, we already talked about them. I think we talk about everything, y'all. Let me see. I'm glad Trina don't call. Trina was right about everything she said to Kai. Kai doesn't know Drew like that. He gonna have to find out. He gonna see for himself. He definitely, yeah, that's something she also said. She said he don't even have all the info. She don't even got all the info. That's what I'm saying. Nobody got all the info. That's the same thing I said. He don't even know what's what. He could have walked right into this man trap. And he gonna use you for whatever he got planned next. Watch. And when you decline, he gonna end up using it against you. I wanna know what song, cause they haven't shown the documentary yet, had they? I think he said if you don't want me to, release it or whatever he won't. But it's something gonna be on that documentary though. Lord Jesus, hold on. I think something gonna be on that documentary if they actually go back to it, because we have yet to see the whole Nina Drew storyline come out. So I don't know. We just gotta wait to see, y'all. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have girls today a great weekend and be safe.